We may not be filmed as often in our bikinis like TV's reality star Audrina Patridge is, but we all want to look like she does in one. Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today fitness guru Nick Robinson is showing us what it takes to get the body we want.
Most people that come in the gym who would like to have Hollywood starlet bodies wind up getting on a treadmill, and they're doing the wrong exercise for the outcome that they want. If you just get on a treadmill, your cardiovascular system will be super healthy, but you won't develop the beautiful, toned, fit body that Hollywood starlets are known for. So what are we going to do? We're going to take short intervals of cardiovascular intensity, and we're going to layer it on with intervals of resistance training that will take you to total muscle exhaustion. And that's the secret. Now, this is an important point, because when you go to bed at night and your body has undergone total muscle exhaustion in all its main muscle groups, it forces your body to change. And that's what we want. When we're exercising, we want to be transforming our bodies, not just burning calories on a treadmill. So one of Audrina's secrets to being a Hollywood sexy is to combine short bursts of high-intensity cardiovascular exercise with some really tough resistance training. So what I like to do with some of my clients to give them that burst of cardio is something like the skipping rope, or if they're ready to take it up a notch, I put them on the trampoline. So remember, we're alternating high-intensity bursts of cardiovascular exercise with the resistance training, and the first one we're going to do is the classic lunge with a new twist. So this lunge here, Veronica is stepping back into a backward lunge, forward into a forward lunge, onto a Bosu. Now the Bosu is there to challenge her stability and force her core to fire. And because she's bringing her arms up at the same time, her entire kinetic chain is involved in this movement. So this is real functional exercise. In order to make this exercise more challenging, we're gonna add in the trusted medicine ball. This one is about 2 kilos, but you can take on something a bit harder if you're ready for it. Same exercise as Veronica. This time, we're gonna add this in to challenge my stability even further. We're looking for 90-degree angles in both knees. We're gonna do this for about 1 minute on each side. Once you're done your minute, you're gonna switch to the other leg, complete another minute, and then go back to your cardio burst. And so now that you've completed your second cardio interval, what we're going to do now is move into our second resistance training workout, which is going to be an upper body exercise. We're going to do the classic push-up with a twist. So Veronica is going to demonstrate the classic push-up using some assisted push-up gear, and she's going to make sure that her body is in a nice straight plank. Hips are lifted, glutes are pressed down, her feet are about hip width apart, and she's going to make sure that she brings her elbows in line with her wrists as she's coming down. She's going to inhale as she goes down, exhale as she pushes and contracts, and she's going to do this until she reaches total muscle exhaustion. You want to get your chest to touch the ground before you push up again, pushing all the way back up. Now, if you want to do a more advanced version, I'll demonstrate that version using free weights. Now, because we're adding some free weights and an extra movement, we're turning it again into much more functional movement, which will engage, stimulate, and challenge your core more powerfully than with just a regular push-up. This is what it looks like. You're taking your hands onto weights. I've chosen 10 pounds. You can lift more or less. Feet are about hip width, and we're gonna take the chest to the ground, push, and then twist up, lifting the weight. You've just finished your third cardio interval, and now you're moving into your next resistance training exercise. We're going back into an exercise, which is the classic squat. We've twisted it again by adding on the TRX. The TRX is making this much more challenging and a more functional exercise, because now Veronica has to use her upper body to pull herself up, and it's all core all the time when you're using the TRX, so it really is functional. Her entire body is now firing through this lower body exercise. So Veronica's doing a couple of things here which you may not be able to tell. She's lifting her toes up in her shoes to keep the weight on her heels. She's making sure she's got a 90-degree angle in her legs, and she's really pushing to lengthen the glutes backwards, not down. And as she's pulling, she's dropping these shoulders to make sure that she's engaging her postural muscles, yeah? When she's gonna be finished doing 1 minute of this, she's gonna go back into her cardio interval. But we can take this exercise and make it even more challenging by layering on the Bosu, which I'm gonna demonstrate for you. Follow this. As you step onto your Bosu, hanging onto your TRX, step into the middle so that you have more stability going on. Then spread your feet till you're about hip width. Because I'm on a Bosu now, my feet are super unstable, and my core, not only is it firing because of the TRX, but it's twitching really rapidly in order to stabilize me as I'm going. Do this for about 1 minute, and then we're ready for our next cardio interval. So our last exercise is going to focus on the core now specifically. And you'll see Veronica here has an elastic band with high resistance that attached to a pole, and she's anchoring her hip while she's rotating from the rib cage, tightening up her internal and external obliques. And she's gonna come just to halfway and then all the way over here. Good. Now she's gonna do this for 1 minute on one side, and then we're gonna flip her around and do the other side. Now for a harder version of this same exercise, we're gonna take what's called a Bosu weighted ball. This particular ball has sand inside. I'm gonna bend my knees, tuck my pelvis, and as I move the ball around, the sand inside creates exponential resistance to my core. We're gonna do this exercise for about 30 seconds to a minute, as much as you can. This one's a tough one. And then we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning and do our entire series again, 2 more times if you want that Hollywood sexy body.
How often should we be doing this workout?
Well, this is a really great question because these girls are doing this workout 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example, with a day of interval in between. And during that interval day, what they're doing is they're doing hardcore, powerful cardio. So they may be getting on a Stairmaster or a treadmill or a rower for an hour or more and sweating it out on those 3 other days, but letting their muscles rest. And then on the last day, say the Sunday, that's the day where they recover and they pamper.
How soon until we see results?
You should feel the results within about a week to 10 days, but you will see the results on your body within about 3 weeks, and dramatic results, 6 weeks to your bikini body.
So soon we'll be wearing bikinis as often as the girls from the hills?
I hope so. I like this color. What about you?
Yeah, I love it.